Welcome back to Garage 512, everybody. I'm out at COTA again, this time for the F1 track race, the real F1. This is Saturday, October 18th. We got here just in time. Sunday, or the final Saturday, I think, is qualifying at the end of the day. I think they're doing hot laps or something like that for right now at the 12 o'clock hour. Here's the event. So I'm going to be out here capturing some stuff. I'm hoping to have my own race car out here at the same track the week of November 8th. The plan is to do some beginner sessions with an instructor to learn how to actually drive this track. So stay tuned for that. I'm looking forward to getting my car back, and I'm looking forward to getting it on this track and getting some real instruction. I call it Mod the Driver Series. So stay tuned and let's have some fun. Okay, we're in our seats and qualifying is about to start. It's really nice seats, actually.
Good stories in qualifying, which included Nico Hulkenberg taking the Sauber up to 4th. So it was a pretty
beautiful day. 88 degrees here in Austin.
Session, it must be said. So who do we like going out now? Well, the McLarens are back in the game, and they were able to get those cars entirely fixed.
Garth Brooks is playing tonight, but I will not be staying for that.
Well, look at Max Verstappen. I was about to say McLaren's, but Verstappen has just been sprinkling his magic when it comes to qualifying and racing, for that matter, all across the schedule since the summer break back in August. So I'll go with Verstappen for pole.
Fair enough. Well, it's been described, Chris Bedlam joins us, as a bad judgment call by many journalists, probably yourself included. But several have said that, including Jensen Button, Danica Patrick, all saying that Piastri was at fault there, but and it would have been fine as a turn.
Why are they still standing up?
If it had been 1 against 1, when you've got 18 cars behind you, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I think, but it's a small error that had big consequences in that sense. But saying racing incident makes sense for me. I think
this over here is the PSL seating, where it's covered with the food and not food, not open bar either, but that's where the bar is at and stuff. If you got a PSL, and I just so happen to have a PSL, so we were over at that tent over there for a while, actually all day. It's too hot to be in the seats, but this works. All right, let's get to the qualifying. Okay, so what they're doing is trying to qualify for tomorrow's race, right? The real race. And when the car comes out of the pit for the first time, they're doing a slow lap. So it's basically just warming up the tires so that they can have their fast lap. So the middle lap is the fast lap. And then the last lap, which is the third lap that they'll do, is just a cool down. So only one of the races, or one of the laps, actually count for qualifying. So if you see a car slowing down to let someone pass, it's because he's on his cool down lap or he's on his warm up lap. And based on how they qualify, that'll determine their pole position. See, that looks like is his slow lap, the cool down lap. He was hauling ass before. Oh, there's two of the pink ones. Yeah, so these guys are going slow. He looks like he's hauling ass. Watch this guy slow down. Okay. And then he speeds up. Oh, see, he's hauling ass. This guy is slowing down. Let him pass. And then he gets on it. Definitely a slow lap. Fast lap. Watch what happens. He gets on it. He'll get on it right after the fast lap for sure. Definite fast lap. Fast lap. Well, there's two of these pink cars.
Bad news for RB if they can't get on the car.
That's a fast lap. That's awesome.
Esteban Ocon, he has not got out of the bottom 5, stays 16th, and that's him out in Q1, but still will be joining him.
Lawson goes up the ball. Big place for the RB.
Really needs a lap time now.
That's awesome. And that's how it's done. 3 laps. Only one of them counts, which is the fast lap. The other 2 are just warm up and cool down. So announcer was talking about track evolution. What that means is every time these cars go around the track, they leave behind some tire, right? Some stickiness. And so you want to go later and later to get the fastest time because the track is the stickiest. That's what they call track evolution. We're taking. Okay, so more on the 3 laps. So when they first start, they're doing a cool lap, right? So they're just going relatively slow around the track. Then they hit a line, right? That starts the timer. When the timer starts, they do a full lap until he hits the line again, right? Then his time is done. His time is recorded at that point, but he can't exit because he's got to go around the track again before he gets to the pit. So that's where the 3 laps come in. The first cool lap, you hit the timer, finish, and then do one more lap. Not a full lap, because when you come back around, you're hitting the pits. That's the 3 laps. The 3 laps explained. There you go. There you have it. Okay, that was fun. That was day 2, actually, because this was qualifying. They did the Porsche thing. Just only Porsches racing earlier. Just, I don't know what they were doing. I wasn't looking at the program. But the cool thing is the qualifying for tomorrow, right? So they had 3 separate races, 20 cars, and then they narrow that down to the final 10. So 5 get eliminated in the first round, 5 get eliminated in the second round, and then you're left with 10. So when I come back tomorrow, we'll just be looking at the top 10 cars. Some of the things that you may not have heard, I don't know, because of the mic, we were talking about track evolution. Track evolution is where the track gets faster and faster with every lap because the tires are getting warm, and tar or whatnot off the tires are sticky to the track, and so cars that come in afterwards are faster because of the stickiness, right? So there's that. I was talking about the fact that there's 3 laps in each section. So the first lap, they're doing a cool lap, and then they come back around and they hit the start line, and that's when the timer starts. And then they go around until they get to the line again. That's their lap time. But because when they get to the finish line, right, when their time stops, they're still further ahead of the pit. So they got to go back around slower, and then when they come back around, they will pit. So that's lap 1. So effectively, it's kind of like cool lap, fast lap, right? That's timed. And then the third lap is when they come back around cool, just to go into the pit. And I talked about the fact that that's why you saw some of the cars going slower, letting the other cars pass, because those cars were on the fast lap, and the slower cars that were on their cool lap or whatnot had to let those guys pass. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for day 3 and the final day here at COTA, Circuit of Americas. Take care. Welcome back to Garage 512, everybody. We are back at the Circuit of Americas for the finals, the top 10, continuation from yesterday. So these are only the best top 10 drivers. We're back in the PSL section. So we are in line waiting for drinks right now. We actually got here 2 hours early. Race starts at 2 p.m. We got here around noon. Traffic wasn't horrible. Waze was an awesome application to get through all the back areas. It was like quite cool. But we got here physically into the PSL tent about an hour and a half early, and even in the secondary tent, you can see it is quite full. Like, there are no seats available. And that's because it's race day. Everybody's here from all around the country. We've seen plates from all over, Connecticut, Delaware, people from other countries. So it's expected to be packed. And so we have seats. We got reserved seats. And so stay tuned for some good fun today. All right, here's this.
And bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets sprang through the bullets bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? Of the brave.
There you go. Still gives me goosebumps. So I was wrong yesterday. So yesterday's qualifying was trying to the top 10 here, right? But there are 20 cars on the road. But the pole positions that were determined yesterday give us our top 10. So that way cars 11 through 20 don't screw it up for 1 through 10. But there are actually 20 cars on the track today. And here they come again. Here they come. Woo!
For the previous winners, Mclaren, Verstappen, really in 2019, and we'll start you on, you'll be coming in second start to do
Zigzag, warming up the tires.
And with a racing section in the 2034 as well, racing and also partnership.
So a little about the tires. So they can only run 2 sets of tires, and it needs to be a combo of either red, yellow, or white. White or hard, yellow or medium, and red or soft. But they run fast. That's your fastest set of tires, but they also wear out faster. All right, here we go. And now you can tell us. Look at the rim. You can see what color it is. Yellow. Looks like yellow, red, yellow, yellow, yellow. Looks like so far everybody's running yellow. Medium set. We'll probably finish with the red set because that's the fastest one. And that one was white. This is yellow. Yellow. Yeah. So that makes good sense, the strategy here. Seems like everybody is running yellow, medium size, and they'll probably all finish with red as the fast set, reel it in.
They're
Yeah.
going to switch them.
Red Bull is winning. I forget what engine is in that one, manufacturer.
Often the gambler takes his plenty of politics here, but the politicking
Ferrari's coming up number 2. A way distant number 2. Ferrari's running the red tires. Most everyone else is running yellow, which are medium. So 20 cars.
The front left tire is wearing out more quickly or
Red Bull is still winning. They started in the first position. They're running the fast set of tires. So they may fall off as a result of a tire switch. We'll see. They got a huge, massive lead. But those tires aren't going to last forever. Most everyone else is running mediums. I think I counted 3 cars that are running the white hard tires.
Found out how his car was handling in a race scenario.
See what happens. Ferrari's fighting for second, keeping their second place spot. They almost got passed on the last time around, but here comes Ferrari. Number 1 is the Honda car. They've been number 1 for a while. Here it comes. It was closer on the last lap. All right, here we go. See if Ferrari gets past. There it is. No, not yet. Yeah, Ferrari's just barely holding them off. That's really the race right now. The Honda car is going to win this more than likely, but the battle for second place is intriguing. Ferrari got passed officially. Oh shit, they're coming up. He almost took it back. Wow. That was bound to happen. Yeah, Ferrari's now in third place. Here we go again. Ferrari's trying to get it back. Those are both Ferrari cars, aren't they? Look at the gap between number 1 and number 2. There's number 1, the Honda car. There's number 2. Used to be Ferrari and him were neck and neck. He passed Ferrari. Now Ferrari's way the hell over there. It's really only interesting filming the first 4 cars to see who's going to podium. There's Ferrari. And that's McLaren. And that's really kind of the excitement. I mean, they're doing tire changes right now. So the strategy is about to take shape. Okay, look at the distance. That's the last car. The distance between the last car and the number 1 car coming up is about the same distance between number 1 and number 2, the McLaren. Watch that. Okay. There's our lead car. There is number 2. A big gap. So he's got some time when he finally pits. Hopefully he stays in first place. That's McLaren. That's who passed number 2, the Ferrari earlier. And Ferrari, looks like Ferrari got passed again. This guy is now number 3. Ferrari is now number 4. That's 5. Another Ferrari, number 6. McLaren. A lot of position changes happening. Wow, that's going to be dangerous.
Going to the pit stop right now.
Okay, who's this? That's the leader?
Yeah.
And he's going to pit after this one? All right, let's see if he pits. Who's on the television right now? Which car is that, do you think? There's number 2. Wait, that's not number 2. Okay, there's our leader. He just pitted and switched to red tires, which are faster tires because they're softer. McLaren lost second place. Ferrari is now back in second. McLaren's third. And then Ferrari's 4 again. So they got second and fourth place. And McLaren fifth. Here's our leader. The Honda's already stopped for a pit change for tires. And it looks like he went to red tires. Yeah, he went to red tires. Ferrari's second, McLaren's third. But you notice that the gap between number 1 and number 2 is tighter because of the pit stop. But number 1 still has a sizable lead. That's the Honda car. Again, the Honda leader pitted, put on red tires, which are a faster tire. Lost a little bit of ground, but still has a huge lead over the number 2 McLaren. They do seem to be moving much faster these days. Okay, watch our leader come back around again. Look at the gap between number 1 and number 2. And this is after the tire change. There's a Honda car. That's the leader. There's Ferrari at number 2 with McLaren just behind it. And then Ferrari again at number 4. And then McLaren at number 5. But Honda car, the leader, changed to the fast red tires. So we'll see. I'm sure he'll hold the lead. I think the podium is going to be Honda, McLaren, and Ferrari. Maybe not in that order. All right, we're in the final lap. I think, no.
He will pass, but just in slow way.
Okay.
The leader.
So he won. Honda won, like we suspected.
He will pass slowly. They finished already.
Okay. So that is cool down lap now.
They go slowly.
Madame Max, ça passe pour domination, what to say.
And there's our leaders. There's the winners. It's that guy here.
You missed out on the crash, the lap, right? That's too late to take the fast lap.
You are witnessing a phenom, no question. As a motor racing fan of over 30 years, it's always exciting to see.
There he is. Right here. This guy right here, number 1. That's awesome.
Keeping the pressure on the McLaren.
He let the McLaren go ahead of him.
There might be a chance that it's a 3-way title fight at the end of the season.
And there's our Ferrari. McLaren.
That victory, Verstappen now 40 points behind.
That was awesome. I can't wait to run this track. That's awesome.
I agree with you.
That's it then. Max Verstappen, your winner.
There we go. That's the end. What an epic battle. That was quite sweet. Obviously, the Red Bull car running the Honda motor won number 1, first place. But the lane changes, the leader changes between 2 and 3 was quite epic. Ferrari, McLaren, back and forth. So obviously, the Red Bull car running the Honda motor won first place. McLaren came in second. Ferrari took 3rd and 4th, and then McLaren took 5th. So there are your leaders. This was exciting. Hopefully you found this interesting. I'm looking forward to driving this track on November 8th, assuming they get my car tuned in right. I got to get the motor in, then I got to get it tuned, and then I got to get it PPF so I don't get plate chips and shit on my car. So looking forward to running this at full speed. That'll be awesome. But so stay tuned for more on the car. Stay tuned for more at the track. This was epic. Again, thank you for liking and subscribing, and stay tuned. And don't forget, as always, check that box.